When talking about the most terrifying period in Earth's history, you might think of the extinction of dinosaurs or the Ice Age. But the truth is, there was an era whose very name sends chills down your spine, the Hadean Eon. What does that mean? The oceans weren't water, they were boiling magma. The rain wasn't rain, it was molten iron. A day lasted only 6 hours. Any life there would be vaporized in 0.1 seconds. 4.6 billion years ago, when Earth was first born, it wasn't a blue planet at all. It was a blazing fireball with a surface temperature reaching 1200 degrees Celsius. The entire planet was a churning pot of lava, an ocean of magma. What is even more terrifying, every few minutes, asteroids would crash down from the sky. The largest impact shattered the Earth, the fragments flying into space and eventually coalescing into the moon. The power of that impact was equivalent to 100 million Hiroshima atomic bombs exploding simultaneously in the Hadean Eon. You wouldn't be standing on solid Earth, but on a vast ocean of magma, hundreds of kilometers deep. This ocean was like a perpetually boiling cauldron. Its temperature maintained between 1200 and 1700 degrees Celsius. Iron would flow like water and rock would melt like butter. This ocean reached an astonishing depth of 1,000 kilometers, equivalent to stacking 3 Mount Everests on top of each other and then submerging them entirely in this fiery inferno. Looking up at the sky, the scene was even more terrifying. The atmosphere then was filled with toxic gases, with carbon dioxide concentrations tens of thousands of times higher than they are now, along with large amounts of methane, ammonia, and hydrogen sulfide. These gases mixed together to form a thick layer of orange-red clouds shrouding the entire planet in an eerie and terrifying light. Because the Earth rotated extremely rapidly, a day was only 6 hours long. That is, the sun rose and set every 3 hours, making the frequency of day and night 4 times that of today. In this hellish world, lightning was 100 times stronger than it is now, and thunder could shatter rocks. Volcanic eruptions were commonplace, with dozens erupting simultaneously every hour, spewing lava and toxic gases high into the sky. Imagine standing on such an Earth. You would simultaneously experience extremely high temperatures, corrosive toxic gases, violent lightning strikes, and constant ground tremors. This is a true picture of hell, but the real catastrophe was just beginning. In the early solar system, chaos reigned. Countless asteroids, comets, and other celestial debris crisscrossed space like out-of-control projectiles, constantly bombarding the young Earth. Scientists estimate that in the early Hadean Eon, an impact capable of destroying an entire continent occurred on average every 100 years. The energy released by each impact was equivalent to millions of nuclear bombs exploding simultaneously. These impacts brought not only destruction but also unimaginable heat. Whenever an asteroid 10 kilometers in diameter struck Earth at a speed of 20 kilometers per s-econ, the temperature at the impact point would instantly soar to tens of thousands of degrees Celsius, hotter than the surface of the sun. The entire Earth would shake violently, and the resulting shock waves would spread globally, triggering global earthquakes and tsunamis. Ironically, these tsunamis weren't water waves, but massive magma waves, thousands of meters high, sweeping across the Earth's surface and engulfing everything in their path. The impacts also created enormous dust clouds, blotting out the sun. These dust clouds contained vast amounts of rock fragments, metal particles, and toxic substances suspended in the atmosphere, making the already gloomy sky even darker. Sometimes a particularly violent impact could plunge the entire Earth into darkness for months or even years. But even in this darkness, the Earth's surface temperature remained terrifyingly high due to the immense heat accumulated within the Earth's interior. In this extremely harsh environment, an unexpected turning point occurred approximately 4.4 billion years ago. Comets composed of water ice began frequently impacting Earth. These comets originated from the edge of the solar system, carrying vast amounts of frozen water. They struck the Earth's surface at astonishing speeds, exceeding 60,000 kilometers per h-hour. The extremely high temperatures generated by the impacts prevented the water ice from melting into liquid. Instead, it instantly vaporized, sending billions of tons of water vapor into the sky, forming massive mushroom clouds. Water vapor rapidly rises into the upper atmosphere, mixing with the already toxic atmosphere. You might think the arrival of water would bring hope to Earth. Quite the opposite. It makes this hellish scene even more horrific. This water vapor rising to the upper atmosphere cools and condenses upon encountering the relatively cooler layers. Thus, the most spectacular and terrifying rainfall in Earth history is about to begin. How extreme is this rain? It has been falling for millions of years, possibly even up to 10 million years. Imagine continuous torrential rain falling 24 hours a day for millions of years. What does that mean? All of human civilization combined is only a few thousand years old. Even more terrifying is that this rain is not ordinary rainwater, but highly corrosive acid rain. As the raindrops fall, they react chemically with toxic gases such as sulfur dioxide and hydrogen sulfide in the atmosphere, and also absorb various chemical substances, including dust from asteroid impacts and metal particles from clouds. These substances mix together to form a highly acidic solution with an extremely low pH. This acid rain is hundreds of times more corrosive than acid rain produced by modern industrial pollution. You might think this acid rain would accumulate into puddles on the ground. Wrong. The Earth's surface temperature is extremely high, reaching several hundred degrees Celsius. When acid rain falls onto the scorching surface, it hisses violently, instantly heating up and evaporating, turning back into water vapor, rising into the sky, cooling at high altitudes, condensing into raindrops, falling again and evaporating again. This process repeats endlessly, forming a terrifying, vicious cycle. Imagine this scene. Acid rain falls from the sky, crashing onto the scorching Earth's surface, each drop creating a cloud of white vapor. The entire planet is shrouded in thick water vapor and acid rain. Visibility is almost zero. The air is filled with the pungent smell of sulfur and acid, and lightning flashes wildly in the clouds, illuminating this chaotic world. This was the daily scene on Earth in the Hadean Eon. So when will this nightmarish rain stop?